slavery and colonialistic domination. We are now politically free in an independent nation. The dreams of our forefathers have finally come true, and the battle that they have fought are now benefiting me and you. If you really want to show you appreciation, raise your voices with me, and this pledge, let's sing along. We pledge to be good citizens from now on, casting away victimization. Corruption will cease, nepotism decrease throughout the whole nation. Our country then will be not just a society, but a just society. Let this be our pledge. But please beware, my countrymen, of the trappings of false.
Good night, Antigua and Barbuda. For some reason, I could have listened to Short Shirt for another couple minutes. Just, let him sing off Pledge, which is, I think listeners would recognize by now that it's probably the song that I want to hold on to as a theme song, although we haven't made a final decision. But it is by far and away my favorite patriotic tune. Every November or late October into November the 1st, you're going to hear me play and sing Pledge over and over and over again, because as old as it is still very, very applicable, and I'm sure my guest agrees with me. Anyway, welcome to Antigua and Barbuda tonight for this Thursday, the 28th of August, 2025. Can you believe we're at the end of August? Oh, my good grief. And then now it's going to be September, which is the start of a new academic year. So those of us who, get up at 6 o'clock and say, oh, have another half hour, have another, I can lounge a little longer. No, you can't lounge. Got to move, because the traffic is coming back, and it's going to be back with a vengeance. And I think a lot of places are going to be open next week, Monday. So, oh, Father. So please take advantage of tomorrow morning. Enjoy it, savor it, because come Monday, everything is back to square one from that point of view. Anyway, tonight we are going to explore how education is evolving in 2025 and empowering Antiguans and Barbudans for a dynamic economic space, both locally, regionally, and internationally. And I have joining me in studio, and by the way, just to let our listeners know, this is what I should do beforehand, so let everybody know. I know those of you who follow us on Facebook, WTP 93.5 on Facebook, as well as those of you who follow my page, Darren Matthew Ward on Facebook, you would know that Paula Lee is my first guest, and following up, concluding should be the Burning Flames. I am not clear on how many of them going to be in studio, but the studio is going to be full of personality come 9 o'clock. So looking forward to that. I don't know if Sister Paula want to stay at.
I'm going to the church next door.
Oh, you're going to church next door. Yes, there's a church next door. I'm not sure which denomination, but they were practicing perhaps for Sunday worship.
Song worship
and
sounds
you could
good.
See, and you could tell, I said to myself, boy, I should go over there and get a blessing in my soul for the kind of interviews I have to do here at WTP. Anyway, moving along, because I hear they saying all kind of things about the program, right, Paula?
It's true.
They're saying all kind of things. I hear one side is saying that I'm lopsided. I'm giving the other side a chance more than their side.
Oh, man.
Right? And which is ironic, because that's what the other folks used to accuse me of doing in the
Well, I'm saying you're accustomed to this, so what's new?
I'm reminded about the umpire. When both sides say the umpire thief,
Yes.
usually, you're doing something right?
But based on what happened at tennis today, some people are sour losers.
That is true. That is very true. That is very true. But yes, we've extended invitations to all personalities, so we're looking forward to having conversations because, again, as discussed with Paul Chet Green, all ideas, views, perspectives are going to contend in this space. Antigua and Barbuda tonight and the Sunday Forum. We want all views to contend. And the listeners, whether they be red, blue, what's the other color? Orange, green. I don't know what missing link is. I think he's white or something or the other. If he's still a political force in the country, the point is all views must contend. And as citizens who all love this fair land and who've all pledged to be good citizens, that we make a determination intelligently. And speaking about intelligent, education is an important factor in that, and that's going to be our focus tonight. So that's a nice little segue to our first guest, Executive Director of the Lifelong Learning Unit at the University of the West Indies Five Islands campus, Paula C.M. Lee. Have I ever asked you what the CM is for? And I'm going to ask you to answer that
Constance
tonight.
Monica.
Constance Monica.
Yes.
Lord.
Love my names.
You love your names.
Paula, Constance, Monica, Edwards Lee.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You know how Edwards here, you just have Lee.
No, because it's not formal. But I'm from Freeman's Village. My family loves me dearly.
I'm sure.
And wherever I go in life, Edwards will be right beside me.
All right,
I shall never forget my roots, my origin.
That's important, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's very important.
To me.
Mm-hmm. And it ought to be important to all of us.
Yes.
Right. So we're going to be exploring education, and that's going to be the focus of our discussions tonight. And it really is a pleasure. Thank you so much. This is your first time on Antigua and Barbuda tonight, and I want to say a hearty and warm welcome to you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Darren, I have learned throughout my career, and it's spanning over, when did I start working at Cape Wise? Spanning over about 30 years, that if you want to share your message, then you go to the messengers. It doesn't matter who the messenger is. It doesn't matter the radio station, the TV station. As long as you can be accommodated, go and share your message, thank the host, thank the producers, and you move on. Yeah.
Right. And that's
what I've done for the last 30 plus years, and it works very well for me, for the organization, and the messages that I share. Yes. So I'll be back.
I know you will. And we will be happy to have you back.
Thank you.
All right, to share the good news of the Lifelong Learning Unit.
Thanks.
Now, we are, some would say, the fourth industrial revolution. And I'm referring specifically to AI. Everything is AI. I mean, even in preparation for my work, in the other life and in this life, I use and rely on certain AI tools. I want to give you an opportunity to lay the groundwork for the role of the Lifelong Learning Unit at the University of the West Indies and higher learning and ongoing lifelong learning generally in this age of AI, which many have coined as the fourth industrial revolution.
So I'll separate them. I'll speak to AI following.
Sure.
But with regards to the Lifelong Learning Unit, it is that place within the ecosystem of the University of the West Indies across the 5 campuses where individuals who do not necessarily want to undertake postgraduate, undergraduate, graduate, whatever the case is, we call them the Senate-approved programs, that there is a place within that ecosystem for you. Because one of the major pillars of the University of the West Indies is access. And the access does not mean access to only people who have passed 10 and 50 and 60 CXC subjects. Access so that people will begin the learning and development process, the training process, and it will motivate them to reach that higher level of learning. But there are some persons who do not necessarily appreciate lifelong learning, and appreciate short courses. They see them as courses for what they would call dunce people, people who are underachievers. Right. But that's a myth, because in many universities across the globe, micro-credentials is the appropriate name. And micro-credentials because it has a specific meaning. They're short-termed, they're assessed, so you receive a certificate following, and they are specific to a particular discipline. Yes. And so they call micro-credentials. So we call them professional development short courses and short courses. And so you have people who are reskilling. So you are into insurance, but you might decide, in 5 years from now, what I'm doing in insurance might not be relevant. And so I'm going to reskill. As I do this insurance bit, I am going to gain additional skills. Then there are those who want to upskill. You're in a particular role, and so you want to build, you want to strengthen in that particular role. And so you have those two categories of persons. And then you have someone who might not have finished primary school, might not have completed secondary school, but that person, because of common sense, because of knowledge gained along the way and experience, that person too deserves a seat at the table. And so we are asking all these categories of persons to consider where you are now, where you want to be in the future. Also consider the world of work is evolving, and if you are not prepared, you'll be left behind. So that's the access and what the Lifelong Learning Unit does. Now, I know there are other institutions offering similar type short courses. So what we have done at the Five Islands campus, the Lifelong Learning Unit, we've looked at the landscape, the job landscape, and look at what employers are asking for, what employees need to strengthen their skills. So we don't just offer courses for the sake of offering courses. And some of our courses are also designed to create that entrepreneurial type of engagement, because many of us may not continue to work in the institutions where we're working now, and many of us have a side hustle. So if you learn about finance and you learn about it the formal way, then you'll be better able to manage your finances. So your side hustle will no longer be like a hobby. So you just use that money to buy food and use that money to, buy little things around. Anything, and you don't build a structured business. These courses will help you to build a structured business. So this side hustle that might cause you to save $5,000 per year, you're now saving $50,000 per year because you understand the value of managing a business. So that's what the Lifelong Learning is doing. And then AI. Let me just demonstrate how AI and technology is advancing without even sounding scripted. I was watching a Unitree video on YouTube. My husband is a technician, so sometimes he says, Paul, come, look at this. And my boys are into technology and that type of work, so I'm surrounded by techie male people. And I was watching a video with him. Robots in China, they are sprinting. They're approaching the platform to receive their prizes. I saw one recently. It's called G1 robot, and they said that it can walk 4.4 miles. It can climb it can do martial arts, and I saw the boy hitting it and attempting to cause it to be off balance, and the robot maintained its position just like a human being. Took the blows, took the shoves, but it's not falling over. No. And then, I looked at that and I said, I can understand what it means when we're told robots will replace human beings. And I think of robots working 24/7, never perspiring, never tired, not wanting a bathroom break, and
don't need to take lunch.
Exactly.
Don't get flu.
Exactly. And because they're not gender specific, male and female, they don't get pregnant, they don't need maternity leave, they don't become sick when they're having a menstrual cycle and all of that. You have to think about it in everyday language. That's why I'm speaking in this manner. And so they're working and they're producing, they're performing at their optimal potential.
Right.
Can a human being contend with that? Not in terms of the work. No, because we need to sleep. We're not built like that.
Correct.
But where we have the advantage is the knowledge, our instincts, that we can think, we can make decisions. The robots, whatever is programmed,
That's what they do.
that's right. That's what becomes applicable. So AI has been here for a while.
Right.
AI is here to stay. And these machines, it's machines, not robots alone, machines, they're programmed by human beings. Correct. So there's a place in AI for human beings. Because in that same video I was watching, one of the robots, as it approached the lectern to accept its prize, it's a platform,
Imagine that.
it missed a step. Ascending, it was fine. Descending, it missed a step. It tumbled over. I said, oh my Chatsworth. It broke, shoulder, head tumbled off.
Okay.
So the robot had to return now to wherever it should go, the shop, the repair shop, to be fixed.
Right.
A human being has to fix that. Yes? And so I'm just helping our people to understand, don't be fearful of AI, don't be fearful of technology. Look within all that's happening. See a niche that can accommodate you. Where can you fit in that niche? Can you fix a robot that fell over and broke its shoulders, broke its neck? Can you program the machine? What can you do? Because if we don't learn to operate within this space, the horse and cart was there, the ship was there, 3 months, 6 months from Antigua to England. But no, it's just 8 hours, it's just 4 hours, and we like it. We like it.
Gotten accustomed to it. It's a part of our life.
Exactly. So get accustomed to AI. And you said you're a Chat GPT guy and a Gemini guy and all of that. It makes writing easier. But I am not totally reliant on it because I do believe if I don't use my brain, then that's going to become a problem. Yes, it becomes rusty, and then I'm not able to engage in this conversation with you because then my thoughts are not going to flow as easily. I won't be as fluent because I'm depending on Chat GPT.
What I have noticed
yes.
is that with those things, not to
yes,
spend too much
certainly.
time, but you have to be careful what you put in.
There's
because it will come up with some stuff that that doesn't make no sense. Totally irrelevant to what you're trying to achieve. So you have to be very precise in what you put into it, because the quality of what comes out is going to be dependent on that.
But so again, it goes right back to the essence. It goes right back to the fact that nothing will ever replace Jehovah, the God of heaven's creation. Because no matter how brilliant AI is, no matter how brilliant these machines are, they cannot compete and win against us because we're the ones programming them.
Take over the world.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
So all these movies about robots taking over.
I am not fearful. I'm just enjoying life, enjoying the technology, using it for what it's worth. Work smarter,
Right.
not harder, that kind of thing. And but I'm definitely not. I have made a decision. I'm not going to be reliant on this thing because it can create anything that's excessive will become a problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a principle in life.
Yes.
So, in terms of the world of work,
Yes.
what revolutions or evolutions have you seen, and to what extent can the lifelong learning unit at University of the West Indies Five Islands campus help persons who want to adapt to the evolving workplace? Because the workplace of today is not the workplace that my mom got accustomed to, certainly that my grandmother and great aunt. It evolves with each
Yes.
generation and perhaps even faster.
You remember the fax machine? And I work at Kebler was for 25 and a half years. The telex machine. And
I
then
don't remember telex.
I wasn't in the telex era, but my older friends were in the telex era.
But the fax
But-
machine is collecting dust in my office.
Yes.
We use it more for copying than anything. It's
Right.
one of those all-in-one things.
And I remember, though, I was an international operator, and we had to connect these calls, and the
Right.
people had to visit the office in St. John's and book their calls and waited for their calls and all of that. And then I like to use practical examples. And then we had direct dialing, and so you could now dial direct, and so the operators lost their jobs. When I say lost their jobs, they were replaced, displaced, and then you had all these innovative solutions to make life easier
Correct.
technologically, and even in banking. The ATM machine, now there are no tellers, you're banking online. So all that
It's
is
true.
the evolution.
But I take your point. There are less tellers now.
Well, I know one place where there isn't any teller. So I say all this to say,
Call no name.
get no blame. But I say all this to say that it's not anyone's fault. It's just the way of the world.
Right.
There was a time when our letters were taken, remember email and surface mail?
Correct.
And no, it's just an
Cancel last
email.
time, Send a letter.
Just an email or WhatsApp. Look at that, WhatsApp.
And we used to, there was an issue with making overseas calls. And you know, you shouldn't be making overseas calls because there were certain licensing agreements.
Okay.
And all the rest of it.
Yes.
Voice over internet protocol. And
Yes, VOP and all of that.
Man, I don't know if companies make money from overseas calls.
The data. It's the data.
data, right.
Yes, the data. The data. We always need the data. So I say all this to set the platform and help people to understand that life will change. And as changes occur and industries evolve and sectors evolve, we will definitely need new skills. And because we recognize this at the University of the West Indies, which started in 1948, so it's about 77 years old, thereabouts, even within the University of the West Indies, so much change has occurred. Yes, we had 4 landed campuses.
Before it was just the big islands.
Just the big islands.
Barbados.
Yes, and
Trinidad.
now
Jamaica.
who imagined there would have been a University of the West Indies in Antigua several years ago. So everything is changing. There probably will be a University of the West Indies in another island soon. Who knows? But as demand increases for knowledge, institutions will have to ensure that they have the solutions to facilitate this curiosity that is created in people. So within the lifelong learning unit, as I've mentioned before, we've looked at all these factors and have decided we want to offer people courses that will prepare them for life now, in the future, and for them to create their own entrepreneurial endeavors. So let's take, for instance, in the 4th quarter, which starts on the 8th of September, we have Finance for Small Businesses, Building Climate Resilient Economies. we understand the effects of climate change, and we talk about the COP25, the COP24, the COP everything, and people travel to these events.
Right.
But do we implement? And so we have decided that we need to keep that climate change conversation front and center. And so this is the reason why we are offering building climate resilient economies. Now, someone might say, why would you want to build a climate resilient economy? Because aftershocks, earthquakes, tsunamis, and hurricanes, I mean, anything that you that is impacted by climate change, your economy needs to recover.
And quickly, or in the shortest possible time.
That's right. You see, you need to join the class. And so your main areas of concern would be your financial sector, your educational sector, your health sector, your agricultural sector, your tourism sector, all these major sectors. But how do they rebound? They don't just rebound by you, clicking a finger and it happens. You have there must be skills resident in your country in order to assist this recovery, or else we'll be totally dependent forever on assistance from the outside. And nothing is wrong with collaboration, but at least, especially since we're independent, we have to get to the stage where we can help ourselves a little bit. And
especially in a global environment,
that's right,
assistance is not as forthcoming as
exactly. And you notice that some of it has been shelved. International relations. I was saying to someone, no more than ever, we need to understand the value of international relations, because diplomacy, it's a risky business at this particular time. And so everybody is doing their own thing. Everybody wants to rule the world. So if you have this group of people who understand how to negotiate, who understand the soft skills and how to basically placate, then you will have a situation where our skills are needed to help to bring solutions to the world. And so we have building climate resilient economies, exploring computers and smart devices. And someone in the police realm said to me, I'm registering a staff member for this because they need to understand how to use the computer and also how to use smart devices. Darren, many of us have these smart devices and we just use the same features consistently, and there's so many other features that can help to make life easier, that can help to secure our lives. Yes, sometimes some of these devices have tracking and we don't even know, and sometimes people go missing, but if you have your little tracking going on, yes,
you can track it down.
Yes. So it's just the knowledge, it's just understanding. And if you understand more about the computers and the smart devices, it might prompt you to learn more, so you can register at the University of the West Indies Five Islands campus for the computing and AI courses, because we have a bachelor's. We have a unit for computing, artificial intelligence and computing. So these courses help to prepare you for some of the major courses that we offer at the university. Creative interior decorating. A lot of us know how to crochet. Well, not a lot of us. People know. Let me not include myself in that group because I really don't know. People know how to. Listen, I get excited about learning and I get excited about conversation. Trust me. A young man came to my office yesterday and he had, he has an idea for a business.
Right.
His intention was to pay for his course and leave. He spent an hour and a half to 2 hours in my office. And I sat with him and we looked at the business, what are his plans, and I gave him ideas freely. And he said to me, God bless you. The thing is, we don't learn for ourselves only. We learn to help people. And he needed the help. And so he went away being more knowledgeable. And he said he's now going to register for finance for small businesses. We started talking about his business simply because he asked me, what else do I need to do in order to strengthen my skills? Because this is what I had in mind. And I felt like I was busy. I had quite a lot to do. But clearly, this is someone, a student of yours, asking for your assistance. And this is what we need to do in a university setting. No matter how busy we are, stop and help someone. Because you, spending time with him yesterday and helping him, he's now going to help the people in his space. So it's like a ricocheting effect.
Correct.
My last point before you ask me another question.
Sure.
I was looking at the Carrie Festa in Barbados and some outcomes. There's a lady in Barbados who crochets. She looks like she crochets dresses and swimwear and all of that.
A young lady?
Yes.
I think I saw the
I will send them to you.
and
You
I
might
was like, wow.
exactly. Just beautiful.
Carving people not easy.
But this is what I'm
Not easy,
saying.
yeah.
We can take a shell and make it into something just unusual, extraordinary.
Right.
And as I looked at her pieces, I said, wow, we're geniuses.
Yeah.
We have a course labeled Creative Interior Decorating. It may not be similar to what she's doing, clothing and all of that.
Right.
But it's creating the interest in interior decorating so that you don't spend as much to decorate your home, or you could create a business. So even before Carrie Festa and all of that, we had this course on our books since last year, October, because already we saw the vision that these are some of the skills that people need to help them to live a better quality of life by earning more and to help their families and communities. So creative interior decorating, you can make money by knowing how to create Christmas. You can decorate somebody's house.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
You can decorate somebody's business. But at the same time, you can use simple pieces of material and make something so beautiful and decorate your own home, decorate your neighbor's home, decorate your church, decorate your office. So that's where it starts. The interest, the curiosity, and then the willingness to get the work
Let
done.
me ask you, of these are any of these courses new, or these are courses you've offered in the past?
Now, some of our courses are new because, as we said, the job market is evolving.
Right.
People are evolving, their taste, their preferences. And so we have to look at our courses. There is an assessment form at the end of each course, and the students complete this assessment form. And so by looking at the assessment form, we understand, okay, maybe we need to shelve this for another time. There's not sufficient interest. Maybe we need to build on this. So we started supply chain and logistics. And then after we created supply chain and logistics, we said, but then after the goods arrive here, then inventory and warehouse management becomes applicable.
Of course.
So we offer that. And it's doing well. You know, so it's just...
What's your most popular course?
That's
hard to say.
Not hard to say, but I'll tell you in private, because what I've noticed is that some of my courses are being copied by other institutions.
Okay.
Right. So since now the competition is becoming fierce, there are certain pieces of information I'd rather not share publicly. And yes, it's becoming real fierce.
Understood. I totally understand that. I'll tell you what, it's now 8:43 in Antigua and Barbuda.
Wow!
Yes, time flies. Time flies when you're having fun. We're gonna share a couple of quick messages and continue with Paula C.M. Lee, Executive Director of the Lifelong Learning Unit at the University of the West Indies Five Islands campus. I always feel a sense of pride when I say that.
The University of the West Indies Five Islands campus. It's a great institution, and yes, we should be proud of it. And we should all work together collaboratively, private sector, public sector, and all the other stakeholders to ensure that it works. Because there are people who are not able to finance education abroad, and if they're able to do it here, more power to them. Better for Antigua and Barbuda and the OECS and the wider Caribbean.
Well said. We'll take a couple of quick messages and then we'll continue with Paula Lee right after this.
This is WTP Radio, 93.5 FM, coming to you from the biggest village in Little Antigua.
PTV Caribbean, PTV Caribbean, PTV Caribbean, PTV Caribbean, PTV Caribbean, PTV Caribbean.
PDV Cab announces the distribution of the utility subsidy voucher booklet for the period September 2025 to February 2026 at the Multipurpose Cultural Center, beginning Monday, August 25th until Saturday, August 30th, 2025, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on weekdays and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. Distribution is for 1 week only and will be done alphabetically by surname as per the information leaflets in your current booklet, or you can contact us at 562-6185 or 562-6189 to confirm your collection date. Please present the beneficiary's expired booklet or Social Security pension card with your valid Antigua and Barbuda picture ID. Remember, it's 1 week only. Make every effort to collect at the distribution center as specified to avoid any loss of benefits.
PDV Caribbean Long Street, helping you to get back on your feet.
Hi, this is Sly the Chief Rockin' J. Join me every morning, Monday to Friday from 7 o'clock on WTP FM 93.5. Your mornings will never sound like this again.
I'm Kamal Mannix, host of Youth Vibrations on We the People 93.5 FM. Join us every Friday from 5 to 6:30 p.m. for exciting, dynamic and in-depth discussions on the topics that are on the minds of young people. Come and join the discussion.
No, we don't know where tomorrow might bring, 'cause the future, the hours away. So me, I live my life today.
Hi there, I am DJ Governor Slim, inviting you to join me for your Nighttime Groove, Mondays through Thursdays from 10 p.m. until 1 a.m. and on Saturdays for your weekend mashup from 1 until 3 on WTP Media Network 93.5 to the world at www.wtpantigua.com.
State insurance is for all our we. It doesn't matter where you're from or who you be. State insurance better for sure. We are happy to celebrate our more than 4 decades of existence with you, the people of Antigua and Barbuda. Happy 48th anniversary, State Insurance. Oh, how I love you so. State Insurance better for sure.
Matter of Fact, a program geared towards discussing the issues, constructive dialogue, answering your questions and concern. Matter of Fact, every Thursday 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and every Saturday 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on WTP Media Network 93.5 with hosts Nambulumbu Nambalala and guests. Matter of Fact, discussing issues locally, regionally and internationally and how these issues affect you. Matter of Fact, tune in and listen.
Every week,
Our nation faces big questions: health, education, crime, the environment, the economy, and matters both regional and global. Our politics ensures there are many perspectives on how best to address them. The Sunday Forum on WTP FM 93.5 from 12:30 p.m. until 2:30 p.m. on Sundays. We explore these challenges with balance and intelligence, giving space for all views to contend in an atmosphere of mutual respect with host Darren Matthew Ward. Join us for the Sunday Forum. Many views, one conversation.
IUIC Antigua presents Wake Up, Jacob on We the People radio station 93.5 FM every Sunday 10 p.m. until with your host Soldier David, Soldier Uziel, and Soldier Davin. Wake Up, Jacob. Listen every Sunday 10 p.m. until on We the People radio station. Did you know that you're the 12 tribes of Israel? Know who you are. Learn who you are according to the Holy Bible. Listen every Sunday. Wake Up, Jacob on We the People radio station. IUIC Antigua presents. Get your calls in.
93.5 WTP.
After a long day, you deserve a smart, light blend of news and community joy. We spotlight what's uniquely Antiguan and Barbudan from here and in the diaspora with great music and other cultural elements. Antigua and Barbuda tonight, where Darren Matthew Ward does nighttime. Join us on WTP 93.5 FM at 8 p.m.
Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
11 minutes to 9 o'clock in Antigua and Barbuda. This is Antigua and Barbuda tonight for this Thursday, the 28th day of August 2025. My name is Darren Matthew Ward. This is WTP 93.5 FM, in case you are wondering. And I have a very special guest in studio, Paula C.M. Lee, Executive Director of the Lifelong Learning Unit at the University of the West Indies, Five Islands Campus, Antigua and Barbuda. And we're having a conversation about the Lifelong Learning Unit, its offerings, and how it can assist each and every one of us in adapting to a modern economic space and preparing ourselves to be relevant and to remain relevant in Antigua and Barbuda and further afield. How is the job market evolving, Paula Lee? I mean, aside from, of course, the use of technology, from your perspective, how is the job market changing?
I would say to individuals, those skills that we have, they're no longer attractive to us. I want to be polite. They seem not to be attractive to us in this stage,
for example,
of our lives, like seamstresses and tailors, shoemakers.
And I joke, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's so difficult to find.
Somebody to
Yes.
Yeah.
The people who offer the upholstery service, yes, but these are services that are relevant, and they make money because to tip the shoe, to stitch the shoe, you're not going to buy a new pair of shoes. Exactly, the shoe polishers, yes. You know how proud I am of those guys who sell the coconut water, Kim and Ray. They sell coconut water at just outside the Old Woods.
Yes, I know.
Right, on a Saturday morning. Yes. They purchase the coconut, cut it, pour the water, bottle it, sell it, and they sell the coconut meat as well.
That's right.
That is that's a job.
Warm change, you know?
But that's a job because everybody is now thinking that the soursop is helpful to avert the cancer, the coconut water. And all. So I mean, exactly. So and eating the coconut meat, it helps to reduce the risk of cancer and all of that, and it helps the liver and everything. So as more people become health conscious, we need to start to think of ways and means that we can tap into that market. I hike. I'm an avid hiker.
When was your last hike?
Maybe about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Because I had a situation the first week that I missed. And then the second, I think I was and then the second week, the first week it was the weather situation. Remember they were talking about the weather. Right, as in not me. And then the second week, I had a bunch of things doing on the Saturday morning. So I decided, you know what? Yes, let's take time out today. But think about what you can do. Let me tell you, you see this hiking? If you create a business and you help people to navigate places in Antigua and Barbuda, and you do that every day, you'll have a clientele because people want to lose weight naturally. Hiking is sightseeing, but you're working the muscles. Right. It's a beautiful experience. Yes.
It became very popular during COVID because people wanted to get out the house. And
And I don't want to miss one Saturday, one Friday, one Thursday, whatever the case is, of hiking. It is just a beautiful experience, and you come upon so many places in Antigua that you would otherwise not have known. Yes.
So some spectacular views.
Exactly. So I say, if you create hiking business and tours and all of that, you could align yourself with the cruise ship operators, the airline operators, whomever. I'm just throwing out ideas. And even people with Airbnb and the hotels. But some of these hotel operators, they want everything for themselves. And so the government needs to ensure that the locals are able to tap into tourism other than being vendors and not making money, because some of these tourists, they don't want to buy anything. It's all inclusive, or taxi operators. But even on these tours, at least give the locals the opportunity to do the tours. Come on now. So that's one. And the lemongrass, the paracetamol bush, the vervine, all these bush. I know nothing about paracetamol bush, nothing about vervine bush. And guess what?
No.
On the hike, you see all these different medicinal bush. But guess what? These are the ingredients that are used in some of the medication that's diluted in its manufacturing and returned to us for use. So if we...
Same thing with aloes.
Oh.
Same thing.
Aloe vera.
Yeah.
And come on.
I think we're getting better though. We're getting more conscious. I think so.
Lemongrass is an invasive species. And guess what? There's so much of it in Antigua. I think we can export that thing. When I travel to the States, right? I'm like a medicinal cabinet. Because somebody says, I want some aloes. Somebody says, I want some lemongrass. Somebody says, I want some salsa bush. Somebody says, I want some lemon bush. I mean, these
so you
people...
walk with all those things.
These people behave as if they want you to bring Antigua to them wherever they are. But I'm just saying that if we could sit and think of how we could use our resources to create small enterprises, we would be at a better place. And you asked a question, I think you asked a question
about the evolving
the evolving workplace.
Right.
So as the workplace evolves, you're finding that the seamstress is no longer needed to a great degree. The tailor is no longer needed to a great degree. The shoemaker and all these types of work, they're no longer needed. I'm saying, even though we're evolving technically and otherwise, we can use machines to get these work done. Yes? So even though we are evolving, we can still take some of these industries and sectors with us and improve thereupon.
People, you in our discussion points as we
Yes.
prepared for this interview, you had mentioned, people need to be brave, reimagine the world. What did you mean by that?
Reimagine the world simply means sit, think, and understand that the world that we're seeing today, it's going to change in the next 5 years. It's going to change in the
Some would
next
say
10
less.
years.
Some would say less.
Okay,
Some would
maybe
say
less.
another year. It
Maybe
would be
less.
different.
So in your mind, even though your workplace hasn't reimagined, hasn't planned for the future, you have to plan for that future that you understand is going to shift. It's going to change. I mean, when COVID happened, we all shifted. We all changed. So there might not be another COVID, but there might be something else.
Hopefully not in our lifetimes, Jack.
Yeah, but COVID wasn't all bad. COVID brought us Zoom. Do you want to be driving all over the place to another meeting? Or you just connect to Zoom? Exactly. COVID brought us ideas of how
And
we
there are
can
lot of-
simplify life.
there are a lot of new
COVID brought us
businesses. A lot of
exactly.
new businesses started up during
COVID
COVID.
brought us hiking. COVID brought us
Don't let the hikers tell you so, because I was hiking before COVID. I'm just
okay,
saying.
but more,
I understand the point.
also,
I understand the point. you're
and
making.
COVID brought us, or might have improved upon us ordering the goods, and they delivered to us. Remember in COVID,
the delivery services.
the delivery services, yes.
There are some
So
people who
I
need some money
mean,
from that for sure.
I don't bash COVID too much. What I didn't like about COVID was this vaccine stuff. I had a problem with this vaccine stuff. I know you love your vaccine. I had a problem with it being available so soon. I had all the trepidation and all of that.
Well,
But
you see,
anyway,
you can't embrace change and technology on one hand and reject it on the other. The way vaccines were made 100 years ago can't be the same way we make vaccines now. That's all I'm going to say on it. Carry on.
fine, but I just find that the turnaround time was too quick. I don't mind vaccines. We've been taking vaccines forever, but I just found that the turnaround time was too quick. So I thought it was more like an experiment. That's just my thought. But
Gotcha.
yes, we have to embrace technology, but we have to question technology sometimes because they're unscrupulous people.
That is true. That is true.
Even with this AI, you have to be very careful because there's misinformation, disinformation, just like there was about COVID. So you still, like you said before, have to be on your P's and Q's. And
I do take that point.
talking about jobs evolving, I was reading an article and it spoke about jobs that are decreasing in demand and jobs that are increasing in demand. And project management, which we're going to be offering in January, we usually offer project management in January, that's going to be in demand. But all the executive positions, even the bank tellers, and they said loans officers and all these people in banks, talk about some insurance agents, and these people are going to be replaced, they're saying. Because look at this. In China and Singapore, I know for sure, you visit certain hotels and restaurants and it's just a swipe of a card. There's no human interaction and you're on your way. There is a restaurant and the tablet is on the table. You key in your order and then the order is delivered to you. In some cases, they say in China by robots. I didn't read that, but I was told that's the case. But I know the Singapore example that I'm using, a human being delivers the food to the table. But just think of that tablet being positioned on the table. It eliminates the need for the waitress to visit your table and say, "What are you having, ma'am? What are you having, sir?" That's a job that's gone. Because of the tablet, because of technology. So, I mean, we need to understand that we have to be more proactive. Even some HR roles are going to decrease, the article said. So those roles that are kind of like repetitious,
Okay. They're going to be replaced.
yes. So it seems as if the jobs of the future will require more creativity, more curiosity, that every day you're thinking of something new. So a lot of these programmers, the people who are going to fix the robots that broke its shoulders and its neck, they're going to be needed. A software engineer, the data engineers, analysts, the people who are going to interpret the data. So you're ahead of the game with your Harvard Credential of Readiness. You can analyze data. So these are the jobs that are going to be prominent. Not saying that we're not going to need the retailer and we're not going to need the tellers. Maybe the tellers might be needed, but
not in
maybe
not
one
to the same degree.
Maybe one instead of 20.
Right.
Yes.
Well, that has already happened. That is already happening, as you mentioned earlier. But the larger point is made. By the way,
yes,
we know that things have changed a little bit with Harvard.
Oh boy.
Right? It's
Can
4 minutes after.
Can I come back and talk about Harvard so I can speak about the Harvard Credential of Readiness?
Yeah, because I would just want to know.
Nothing has changed on my end. Nothing has changed on my end.
Okay. I just wanted to know.
No, I'm still the Harvard program manager.
Okay.
And we continue the program.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, there is a cohort that we are preparing for the 28th of October, thereabouts.
Okay.
So I want to return to speak with you.
Sure.
And because you would have done it and excelled, you will be able to add to the conversation.
Sure.
And registration must be completed by mid-October. So
I chuckled on it because I remember somebody who called me in a panic.
all the people who are panicking, they've passed.
Yeah.
All the people who are panicking, they've
I said,
passed.
don't panic.
I think because Harvard is considered such a formidable institution. Just hearing the name Harvard and the quality of the institution, it kind of make you feel diminished, like, oh my gosh, can I do this? Can I really study at Harvard? But listen, we can do anything that you focus on and you put your mind to. You just have to follow instructions. And I say to all the people who are scared of engaging in continuous education, just have a willingness to work.
Yeah.
It's just 10 weeks.
Just, yeah.
Just 10 weeks.
And it goes by quickly.
It whizzes by quickly. And our courses are starting on the 8th of September. So I was hoping to close off registration by tomorrow. But I noticed that people are still registering.
Right.
So, yes.
So run through the courses with us now, because I understand those gentlemen, the Fab, well, I don't think it's a
they're
4
coming?
coming,
Okay.
but the Fab 3 are on their way.
Oh, sure. I'll yield to them. I can't compete with people who have red passports. If it's one thing with me, I know my place. I'm from Freeman's Village, and I was reared with old people.
Understood.
Elderly people, and one thing they always say, manners and behavior take you around the world. So
that's correct.
I will bow to them and head out.
No problem.
Finance for small businesses, creative interior decorating, building climate resilient economies, exploring computers and smart devices, international relations, global diplomacy, protocols, and networking.
Right.
So go ahead, register tonight at the University of the West Indies 5 Islands website.
Okay.
Look for the Lifelong Learning Unit. Register, or you can call me 464-1518, or my email is paula.lee@uwi.edu. And Darren, the big awards and presentation ceremony is scheduled for the 30th of October. You'll be invited at 5:30, And
It's
we
usually
have
a very big event.
big event.
Big event.
And we have hundreds of people from across the Caribbean who will be awarded through the Lifelong Learning Unit. The
That's
university.
encouraging. That's very encouraging. People recognize, hey, I need to sharpen my toolbox.
We need a St. Vincent and Anguilla. As a matter of fact, there are students who are planning to visit Antigua for their awards because they might have completed multiple courses. I remember one girl from Anguilla called about 3 days ago to confirm the date.
Right.
And she said, listen, I've done a few of these courses. I want to be actually there
We're gonna have
to
the ceremony.
receive. Yeah?
We're gonna have the ceremony in the same auditorium, Paula,
Oh.
that I had my graduation. Actually, there are 2 halls.
Not the cafeteria,
Not the cafeteria.
the gymnasium.
The gymnasium.
The
Okay.
gymnasium. Listen, we're trying to be economical and unless we get a huge sponsor. Because let me tell you, this thing can be done at Vivian Richards Stadium. This thing can be done at Sandals. It can be... I would love it to be at the best venue in Antigua.
Understood.
I'll tell you why. There are individuals who come to the Lifelong Learning Unit thinking that they can't. And then 80+% as your final grade. And they cry.
Because they never thought they could do it. Yeah.
In my office, I say, boy, this is a hospital. I just go to my cabinet, take the bounty. I lock the door because I don't want anybody to come in and see their red eyes, male and female.
Wow.
Because they are men who are comfortable being vulnerable with me. They hear me on radio, they see me on television.
You're a celebrity.
And wow,
You're a
thank you.
celebrity.
But apart from that, they hear the compassion, they feel the compassion, so they know if they say to me, look, I haven't been to school, I haven't completed primary school, I haven't completed, and this is what happened, so what do you think I should do? Nobody will ever know. And I will sit at that graduation and I will look at you and tears will be in my eyes and I will be like, mommy, and these people are older than I am, or could at the age they can't be my children unless I had them at 7 or 8. Impossible. And I'll be thinking, wow, all it takes in life is just somebody to encourage you.
And to believe in you.
And to believe in you, because there are times when I say, come on, I don't speak isolated from the situation. So I never say to them, you can do it. I say, we can do this. We can do this together. I insert myself. Because, you see, Darren, I'm from a single parent household. And I know what it's like to need encouragement. I know what it's like for people to think that because you're from a single parent household that there's no good in you. I know what it's like to attend the Antigua Girls High School.
Oh, Lord, you want it? Oh, yeah.
Yes, with individuals who were top shelf.
Right.
And if you're not brave enough, you would think that you'll never measure up to them. But I also know what it's like to overcome. I know what it's like to remain focused and believe that you have to make a community proud. You have to make your family proud. You have to make God proud. You have to do this for you so that you can be an example to people. And that's all I do every day. I say, Lord, help me to be the woman that you want me to be. That's simple prayer. And the other day, I was feeling very downcast because I said, Lord, what I want to really do in life, I'm not doing it as yet. And I'm getting older. And I just feel as if you're not answering my prayers. It seems as if you've forgotten me. Jehovah has a sense of humor, you know. Then Jehovah sends to me Proverbs chapter 22, verse 29. I shall never forget it for as long as I live. Do you see a man that's skillful and diligent in his business? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before obscure men. And when I saw that, I started screaming. I said, boy, Jehovah, you really know how to make me feel good. And I've shared that verse even with the young man who came to my office yesterday talking about his business, and he wrote it in a book. The day before, I shared it with a lady who came to my office, and I said, the Lord gave me this verse for a reason. Proverbs 22 verse 29, Darren. Make sure you look at
Proverbs 22:29.
So your people are here?
I don't know. I hear some noise. I hear some sounds outside.
So let me just remind my people before I'm forced out. Finance for small businesses.
We're gentlemen here.
Creative interior decorating, building climate resilient economies, exploring computers and smart devices, and we're talking about AI and technology and all of that. As a result of this course, you can start a business fixing phones, fixing computers and all of that. Right. Come on now. We're helping you here to improve your skills so you can start your business, or wherever you're working, you can get a promotion, you can become an expert at what you do. International relations, global diplomacy, protocols, and networking. So my contact details, 484-3900, extension 142, 464-1518, paula.lee@uwi.edu, or please go to the University of the West Indies Five Islands website, the Lifelong Learning Unit, registration, and start registering. Complete your registration, do whatever you have to do so that you're in class starting the 8th of September, which is week after next.
That's right.
Monday.
Don't have much time to wait. Don't have much time to get this done.
Yes.
I just shared this feedback from the listener that you drew my attention to earlier while we await the arrival of the flames. Hi, Darren. Good evening. I'm listening from Atlanta. I grew up writing the Cambridge and London schooling examinations.
Wow, that's a long time
ago.
That's
a while back, yeah. All right. Do you think that the kids who are passing all these subjects at CXC, do you think that they could have done so writing the overseas exam? Well, that's inviting me to speculate.
Yeah, but there weren't so many options.
There weren't so many.
There weren't so many options.
I think it was just
Yeah.
basic
So when
English,
you pass
math,
5 and 6 GC,
that was a big deal.
What?
No, it's 15 and 20 and more.
But I don't mind the 15 and 20 and more. What bothers me in some instances is that it's used as a competitive strategy. So if there are a number of students passing a great number of subjects from a particular school, it's automatically believed that this is
the school to go.
Yes, but people are not recognizing that some of these students would have had to attend a number of after classes, right? So it's not always just what happens at school. Parents have to invest in their children for them. I have 5 children, so I know what I'm talking about. We had to pay some extras too. They didn't do the 25 and all of that, but still.
At least, yeah. Because sometimes the curriculum or the periods within the day.
Yeah, there are clashes.
And it's not easy. It's a sacrifice.
And I don't mind people passing all these subjects, but the very same students, sometimes you engage in a conversation with them, and it just seems as if people learn to pass. So the critical thinking skills that you expect to hear from these students, the level of conversation, the level of thought, it's just not there. So you realize in some instances it's just to say I passed 1 million subjects, but then how are you applying the skills that you would have learned to conversation, to
practical solutions, perhaps day to day. There are some gifted students who probably could do it, but I have heard that concern expressed before.
So
it's just to find that balance.
Do your subjects, do what you have to do, because I'm not in a position to tell anybody not to undertake 50 subjects if they so desire. But I'm saying there must be a greater purpose of undertaking subjects other than for a claim to fame that you've passed 30 subjects and 40 subjects. How are you applying the skills? And that's what these courses are about. That's what the university residing in Antigua is about. That you attend, you gain the knowledge, and you're able now to implement the knowledge, use the skills that you've gained to help nationally, to help your communities, to help globally, because the job market is so wide across the globe. People from Antigua working in Africa and all over the place. Yes, bring solutions as a result of the knowledge. And so it goes back to, what is the purpose for me undertaking all these courses?
All right. Point very well taken.
Yes.
I want to thank you very much, Paula Lee, for joining us on Antigua and Barbuda tonight. Paula Lee is the Executive Director of the Lifelong Learning Unit at the University of the West Indies Five Islands campus, right here in Antigua and Barbuda. I want to thank you so much for journeying all the way to the studio.
Listen,
it is appreciated.
I would have tried.
Because you could have Zoomed or whatever you used. But I know you prefer the face-to-face engagement.
It's never the same.
It's never the same.
And then when I'm in studio, I look so cute on the cameras.
You pay more attention to the cameras than I do.
Listen, Darren, I have a brand to maintain.
Yes, indeed.
So if you notice, when I come to you, I'm particular how I'm dressed.
Yes.
I walk into the room tonight and you said, wow.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
No, she understands. And he understands. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all.
18 minutes. Other guests here? They're not here yet? Lord have mercy.
What time it is?
Okay, it's 18 past 9.
I'm sure they'll come in a minute. I'm sure they'll come in a minute.
Anyway.
But I just want to wrap up by saying the people have gotten the message about the Lifelong Learning Unit, and it's heartening to see at the University of the West Indies Five Islands campus, parents and new students registering for whether the bachelors, especially the bachelors, a number of young people, lots of young people, and their parents are there with them, sitting and waiting for them to be connected to IT, because school starts on Monday.
Yes, sorry.
And so people have answered the rallying cry.
Right.
Come to the university, especially now that the fee is still, a steal of a deal.
Yes.
And get connected to the knowledge economy, because it's going someplace. And my colleague, the recruitment and retention officer, is Adiola Matthew. So I usually work along with her.
Right.
So
who's always trying to get me in something.
Yes.
It's Adiola. She's not easy. Good night, Adiola.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, she's sleeping.
Oh, she's
not like. She's not a baller. She's not a baller. She's not a baller. She's
early
sleeping.
To bed, early to rise.
Well, early to bed, early to rise. So Adiola's extension 484-3900, and her extension is 153.
I have a question to ask you.
What's that?
What's your favorite Burning Flames tune?
You're too bad.
Huh? I'm sure you have a tune that you like. One that's not.
I can't remember. I can remember Burning Flames song from having heard them.
Sweet Little Island Girl. That's a nice one.
Okay. I remember Styly Tie Tie.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember Styly Tie Tie. And there was one. Backward Forward. What's that? That's the same one?
Yeah.
Backward Forward.
I know that one, yes.
Backward Forward.
I don't know the title, but I know what you're talking about.
And I haven't thought about Burning Flames for so long that those are the ones that, and the Sweet Little Island Girl, something,
Set
Catch My Heart on Fire, something.
Anything you want me to do, I'll do for you.
Yeah. Listen. Men sing some silly songs. Anything you want me to do, I'll do for you.
Yeah.
That sounds like a love song that says, I will travel
the ends of the world for you.
And then there's another one that Charlesworth sometimes remind me of. No ear, something about oh Lord. It might be Rihanna, Something about oh gosh.
Well,
I don't know.
That's all right.
I don't know, all kind of foolish songs, but
they're entertaining.
Listen,
I won't ask you what was any song they had this year. You know the song Under the Red Hot Flames that came out this year?
No.
You didn't hear that song?
I didn't hear any songs this year.
Under the Red Hot Flames. Under the Red Hot Flames.
No. Listen.
The DJ is killing himself.
I don't pay attention. If I'm going to pay attention to anything, let me tell you who I like. I like commentaries. I like beer.
Okay.
I like the beer.
Oh, you like calypso? You like social commentary?
Yes, social commentary.
Anyway, let me not try pull you off your crease and ask you them kind of questions.
No.
Next thing, people in church going to say, aha.
No.
Styly type. Say this, listen to them things in church.
Styly type is from a million years ago.
I know.
But the thing is, the Bible says
you're supposed to be studying Jesus.
The Bible says you live in the world, but you're not a part of the world.
Understood.
So that's the reason.
I'm just teasing.
No, that's all right. That's why I don't even know any of the songs, because they have some Christians that will say, we're not going to carnival and thing, but they sit down with their juice and their crackers and stuff and watch it at home. I don't do that. I just don't do it at all. But the social commentary, like Ivy now, nastiness and so, I listen to that kind of stuff and kind of think about, okay, the context and why you would say this and not dismiss anybody, but try to.
And it's important to understand the world in which you live and the culture in which you live and the cultural context and how it affects lives and how it shapes how we view our existence.
We travel all over the world.
Exactly.
I go to Chile and those places and they take me to their indigenous craft markets and I'm like, wow, this is so beautiful. And they don't have calypso. They don't have the type of culture that we have. And we embrace their culture. We're excited about their culture. So we have to find something within our culture to appreciate. So, no, man.
Completely agree.
Church people understand, Jesus was radical, Radical. I'm a radical Christian.
Indeed.
I'm not going to be nasty. I'm not going to be mean. But I'm going to know what's happening around me. Definitely.
So, with that little sidebar.
Under
Burning Flames.
They here?
I'm not sure. 3 more minutes? He said to take 3 more minutes.
Take 3 more minutes?
So that's what he says. I don't know. By the time they come, it will be soon time for Governor Slim. And then, certain people are going to be looking for me.
But I just want, the 3 minutes, I just want to say that my favorite song or wedding song, Always and Forever. I love songs.
Always and Forever? That one?
Yeah.
Luther Vandross? Is that Luther Vandross?
Luther Vandross sings it too, but always was Heat Wave. And Heat Wave.
I don't know about that. I know about Luther Vandross, but go ahead.
So I like old school love songs.
Okay.
I really do. Diana Ross and Luther Vandross.
Okay.
Every year, every Christmas is my favorite Christmas song. Every year, every Christmas.
Okay.
Yes. I don't like no Adele and all these people.
You don't like Adele?
Let me tell you. Listen. Not that I don't like her as a person, but the song. Every time she sings a song, it's a breakup, and she's begging back and all. I don't like foolish thing like that. So every time you hear, hello, I know you've gone, but
you don't make the biggest songs.
Listen, I know they make money and all of that, but at the end of the day, I am not into no breakup and no beg back and make up with you. Listen, I am into... I love you. Come on over to my place and stuff like that.
All right. Things warming up in here. And I think things are warming up in here too, because I think we hear voices outside. These larger than life personalities have to hear them before you see them.
I like the old school songs. I don't like these new and Adele. And I like this guy too. What's his name? Ed Sheeran.
Yes, Ed Sheeran. He's a modern Ed Sheeran.
Sheren.
I think I've heard it pronounced Sheeran. He's a current artist.
Yes.
I like him. He's pretty cool too.
I like him.
Okay, so you know that man.
I like Whitney Houston. Listen, Darren, I'm married for 31 years, going on 32 years. What do you think I sing to my husband? Rock of Ages pledge for me? No.
I hope not.
No. There's a time and a place for everything.
You're saying?
Of course,
Between me and you.
Ed Sheeran is my favorite guy.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, I see the techs looking at me in the studio, which
Yes.
means that the energy in the room
Yes.
is changing.
Yes.
But I think
And
they
it's
quite enjoyed watching
becoming
the tease you about.
too
But
hot.
somebody's a cousin here.
Who's that?
Monique Wilshire.
Oh, hi, Monique.
Yeah, Monique is
Hi,
saying good night.
cousin.
Yes, she says she's your cousin and said good night. And good night. Somebody else is saying good night, everyone. Anyway, time for
Yes.
us to go.
Yes.
Because we need to give Burning Lord, I don't know, I'm going to have to pin some time off Governor Slim time. I don't know how they're going to go.
Burning
Because they
Flame.
come all this way.
Yes, you have to give them.
I have to give them.
Some
I'll see how it
respect.
go. I'll let
Respect.
these folks.
Respect.
Yes, indeed.
Respect.
Especially what I say, the people with the red passport. It's now
We have black ones.
9:27 in Antigua and Barbuda.
Yes.
The greatest jam man in the world, it is said. Arguably, for some, not so arguably, the Burning Flames. They join us on Antigua and Barbuda tonight next.
93.5 WTP. PTV Delete, PTV Delete, PTV Delete, PTV Delete, PTV Delete, PTV Delete.
PDV Cab announces the distribution of the utility subsidy voucher booklet for the period September 2025 to February 2026 at the Multipurpose Cultural Center, beginning Monday, August 25th until Saturday, August 30th, 2025, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on weekdays and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. Distribution is for 1 week only and will be done alphabetically by surname as per the information leaflets in your current booklet, or you can contact us at 562-6185 or 562-6189 to confirm your collection date. Please present the beneficiary's expired booklet or Social Security pension card with your valid Antigua and Barbuda picture ID. Remember, it's 1 week only. Make every effort to collect at the distribution center as specified to avoid any loss of benefits.
PDV Caribbean Long Street, helping you to get back on your feet.
Hi, this is Sly the Chief Rockin' J. Join me every morning, Monday to Friday from 7 o'clock on WTP FM 93.5. Your mornings will never sound like this again.
I'm Kamal Mannix, host of Youth Vibrations on We the People 93.5 FM. Join us every Friday from 5 to 6:30 p.m. for exciting, dynamic and in-depth discussions on the topics that are on the minds of young people. Come and join the discussion.
No, we don't know where tomorrow might bring, got the future, the hours away. So me, I live my life today.
Hi there, I am DJ Governor Slim, inviting you to join me for your nighttime groove Mondays through Thursdays from 10 p.m. until 1 a.m. and on Saturdays for your weekend mashup from 1 until 3 on WTP Media Network 93.5 to the world at www.wtpantigua.com.
State insurance is for all our we. It doesn't matter where you're from or who you be. State insurance better for sure. We are happy to celebrate a more than 4 decades of existence with you, the people of Antigua and Barbuda. Happy 48th anniversary, State Insurance. Oh, how I love you so. State Insurance better for sure.
Matter of Fact, a program geared towards discussing the issues, constructive dialogue, answering your questions and concern. Matter of Fact, every Thursday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on WTP Media Network 93.5 with hosts Nambulumbu Nambalala and guests. Matter of Fact, discussing issues locally, regionally and internationally and how these issues affect you. Matter of Fact, tune in and listen.
Every week, our nation faces big questions: health, education, crime, the environment, the economy, and matters both regional and global. Our politics ensures there are many perspectives on how best to address them. The Sunday Forum on WTP FM 93.5 from 12:30 p.m. until 2:30 p.m. on Sundays. We explore these challenges with balance and intelligence, giving space for all views to contend in an atmosphere of mutual respect. With host Darren Matthew Ward. Join us for the Sunday Forum. Many views, one conversation.
IUIC Antigua presents Wake Up, Jacob on We the People radio station 93.5 FM every Sunday 10 p.m. until with your host Soldier David, Soldier Uziel and Soldier Davin. Wake up, Jacob. Listen every Sunday 10 p.m. until on We the People radio station. Did you know that you're the 12 tribes of Israel? Know who you are. Learn who you are according to the Holy Bible. Listen every Sunday. Wake up, Jacob, on We the People radio station. IUIC Antigua presents. Get your calls in.
This is WTP Radio, 93.5 FM, coming to you from the biggest village in Little Antigua.
After a long day, you deserve a smart, light blend of news and community joy. We spotlight what's uniquely Antiguan and Barbudan from here and in the diaspora with great music and other cultural elements. Antigua and Barbuda tonight, where Darren Matthew Ward does nighttime. Join us on WTP 93.5 FM at 8 p.m.
Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Hello man, yeah, mash up man a walk. No way, we go find the place. Find the place. And come on here, say the flames dying. A lion man came to me crying. It's on the street everywhere you turn. I remember leaves so the flames not burn. Tell me if this is true, 'cause I refuse to believe it. What will happen to?
9:34 in Antigua and Barbuda. This is Antigua and Barbuda Tonight. My name is Darren Matthew Ward. This is WTP 93.5 FM. And even those of you in cyberspace can tell that the energy in the studio has shifted a little bit. We're speaking about education and preparing oneself for a modern economy. And we're going to be turning our attention to celebrating who is said to be the greatest jam band of this last century and into this new century. Antigua and Barbuda ignites its 60th Carnival. That was, of course, just a few weeks ago. The Caribbean's greatest summer festival. The air thrums with more than just anticipation. It vibrates with a legacy. For 4 extraordinary decades, one band has been a relentless engine, the defining soundtrack, and the unquenchable spirit of a national celebration. The Burning Flames. They've marked their 40th anniversary, and it's not just a milestone for the band, it is a national moment of recognition for our most iconic cultural architects. Their entry into the Carnival Arena in 1984 saw the creative fire of the brothers Toriano Onion Edwards, Clarence Unku, and David Bubai Edwards, joined by the nephew Roan Fox Watkins. And I believe in this particular piece that we're missing Crocus, and I've seen Crocus in here. But anyway, we'll straighten that out because he's on his way. Burning Flames didn't just merely play music. They forged Antigua and Barbuda's sonic identity on the anvil of Carnival. Their journey parallels our nation's own vibrant ascent, mirroring our status as the Caribbean's second fastest growing economy, our enviable happiness index, and our burgeoning global profile. Just as our twin island nation shines brightly, so too does Burning Flames stand tall among the constellation of regional soca stars, not as a newcomer, but as a foundational pillar. And that's a piece That's a piece from the St. Paul's Weekly News written by the Honorable E.P. Chet Green under the headline, 40 Years of Fire, Burning Flames, Antigua's Carnival Heartbeat. I want to say good night and welcome to Antigua and Barbuda tonight. It is certainly an honor to have all of you in studio. Who we have in studio, just to let our listeners know, just so that I'm clear, we have Onion, we have Unku. Do I say Sir Onion and Sir Unku? Sir Unku for sure.
Clarence.
Sir Clarence.
Yes.
All right, Unku, thank you very mumuch. And we have Onion and we have
Sotoriano.
Sotoriano. All right, thank you very much. I'll get used to those other sirs because you was united before some time ago.
So
right? Talk to you nicely. And that was supposed to study, right?
That just was study.
All right. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
It's an honor. Good night, cookers. How did I know you were going to be the last to get here? You're cooking iguana tonight or anything?
Donkey water.
Donkey water?
Today.
What's that?
You see, on Facebook, I cook donkey.
You cooked a donkey today?
Donkey, yeah.
Today?
Today.
I'm gonna give you a joke, right? Just this week, somebody we were talking about the Burning Flames. Of course, you know, you're the toast of the town. Everybody is celebrating your tremendous accomplishment and your contribution to the cultural landscape of Antigua and Barbuda, without question. The person was just saying that if I ever come to your house, and you offer me something to eat, I need to check the pot to make sure is that iguana, mongoose, and now you're telling me about donkey. But you know, donkey is a delicacy in some parts of the world, huh? Guadeloupe, they love the horse and Guadeloupe story. You have you ever had it?
Yeah, I don't eat Guadeloupe.
Go ahead. You like how it is?
It's a goat water.
It tastes like goat water. All right. So how did your donkey brew turn out?
Clean. Yeah, donkey water from Cockatory, Banggood.
Banggood. Yeah. All right. Let's before we.
Mongoose though.
Not what?
Not me and the mongoose.
Oh, you're not doing it with the mongoose. What about it, Jeffrey?
Only one Chinese man cook it. You know what they cook. You know what they put in the sun.
Anyway.
Good night.
Good night. Gentlemen, good night. It is an honor for you to be here. I really appreciate you accepting the invitation that was extended to be on Antigua and Barbuda tonight here at WTP. And I don't know who is the historian of the group. Would that be you, sir?
We all talk stories.
We all talk.
Yeah.
How did this magic all come together?
My mother, my father met my mother. And then years after, Rico. Yeah.
Point taken. In terms of hey, you guys knew y'all were good at creating what has now become known as, you know, your impact on the cultural landscape. Onion, you look like you want.
If you ask me,
which I'm doing, go ahead.
I think that he was just destined for us to be who we are. Maybe God gave us a gift, the gift of what we do. Or maybe I was supposed to use them for praise him, but I'll use them.
Isn't that usually how it goes? Because, you know, when you talk about people like Whitney Houston and other artists, global artists I'm talking about, they all, you know, Lionel Richie, they all started in the church.
We played in the church.
Oh, you played in the church, not that you started in the church.
Because it's so funny, right? Why I say it's a gift. Because we do music.
Right.
And we do it ourselves. And so Uncle wrote a few songs that he never put pen and paper to. Because it's just like magic. Just that, you know, it was handed down to us.
Right.
You know, when you play music and we want to shift to different notes or whatever, we do it magically.
Right.
Because it's in us. Just that's my opinion.
Okay. Uncle, what say you? How did this all come? How did this magic come together?
Well, situation to be in, and when every day you wake up and your mother will, whatever little she can give, she finds, and then she have to drink a cup of hot water because that's what she have to do. and give us the crumbs. Right, and you, in those kind of situations, you either bond or you property, basically. And in my opinion, it was a distraction for us, because it didn't start out as everybody was a good musician. You had to start someplace, and the nylon line guitar, we made us make fishing rod, nylon that we used to go catch Cali in some man. You know the nylon?
Yes.
We make our own.
Well, I didn't do Cali fishing, but I heard about it. This is in part.
It's a line. It's a line that you use, yeah. And you use that to make a guitar, and crackers. Them crackers used to come in one big tin. You mean to see them no more? Soda bass. They had a big.
Oh
tin.
yes.
Right. But they and the crash for the drum, that's a part of the drum set. And the crash is when the cut off, like the cheese, when that round part comes off, that used to go for crash and things like that. So playing music, we started playing music before we started playing music. We were making music before we started actually making music, because we had because remember the old steel pan, we had an old steel pan as well.
Yeah.
When you play it, while you're playing, you can look on the ground. You can see it's like see-through, big hole in there. But that was our music that time.
How old are you at this time? How old are you guys?
You can ask them dinosaurs know how they did it.
12 and so.
No, they was young probably. Yeah, younger than 12, because what I'm talking about was before Fox. Because Fox, when the panny drum and so, Fox, we just still run up and down.
You remember the sausage? The sausage tape with the
we
bass
were kids, man. We were
almost half a diaper time.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We were maybe 9, 10.
Part of school, yeah. A part of school time.
Yeah, Scud school time.
Scud, yeah.
The greatest time of school when you Scud it. So I'm just saying, when you need distraction, and we do a lot of things together. Without the mute, people say they can't hear nothing.
They can't hear because they were waiting on the Facebook to go up, or waiting for you guys to come. So we're gonna try and straighten that out momentarily. Let me go and speak to the tech.
93.5 WTP. PTV Hurry, PTV Hurry, PTV Hurry, PTV Hurry, PTV Hurry, PTV Hurry.
PDV Cab announces the distribution of the utility subsidy voucher booklet for the period September 2025 to February 2026 at the Multipurpose Cultural Center, beginning Monday, August 25th until Saturday, August 30th, 2025, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on weekdays and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. Distribution is for 1 week only and will be done alphabetically by surname as per the information leaflets in your current booklet, or you can contact us at 562-6185 or 562-6189 to confirm your collection date. Please present the beneficiary's expired booklet or Social Security pension card with your valid Antigua Barbuda picture ID. Remember, it's 1 week only. Make every effort to collect at the distribution center as specified to avoid any loss of benefits.
PDV Caribbean Long Street, helping you to get back on your feet.
Hi, this is Sly the Chief Rockin' J. Join me every morning, Monday to Friday from 7 o'clock on WTP FM 93.5. Your mornings will never sound like this again.
After a long day, you deserve a smart, light blend of news and community joy. We spotlight what's uniquely Antiguan and Barbudan from here and in the diaspora with great music and other cultural elements. Antigua and Barbuda tonight, where Darren Matthew Ward does nighttime. Join us on WTP 93.5 FM at 8 p.m.
Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
This is WTP Radio, 93.5 FM, coming to you from the biggest village in Little Antigua.
Biggest. All right, it's now 9:47 in Antigua and Barbuda. This is Antigua and Barbuda tonight. We have the Burning Flames in studio. Well, we have Sir Toriano, Sir Clarence, and Sir David. All right, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. We were just speaking about the origin, and by the way, just to let our listeners know, we do apologize for the interruption in the Facebook feed. I'm not sure what happened there, but I could tell that the energy was building, and then boom, Facebook decided to go off. I don't know. These things happen. We're going to make lemonade, just as the Burning Flames made beautiful music, and they started, and this miraculous story started using sardine tin. What the cheese name again?
Crackers,
Soda Bix tin, nylon string for the guitar. This was forged in poverty, in circumstances of poverty.
Yes.
That was essentially the points you were making before we, as we were getting nicked off of Facebook.
That was our distraction.
That was your distraction. So how did you move from that to the magic that you've created? Of course, we know it wasn't a straight leap.
Right.
But just give us a sense. I don't know if Onion, you want to say a little something, add to that?
Just one guitar.
Just one guitar. Just you and your one guitar.
No, I'm Kelman, our brother. Older, 1 year older than me.
Okay.
I think he was Senko, right?
Senko, yeah.
Senko,
Right.
and bought back a guitar.
And
everybody learned from that.
Everybody learned from the one guitar. Did you have any professional training?
Nope. No.
You all just learn it on your...
Yeah, from him. He came back. He could play. He could have played then.
Right.
And he taught me a few chords. It was kind of hard because when you're teaching somebody, you expect them to, like teaching somebody for jive. You expect them to jive right away.
So you get cup of cough?
Yeah. No, he tried for cough.
You see, you said it, not me. The last time he said that,
you get cuss out?
No, I get cuss out, but he never, nothing like that. He just, just.
Yeah, I understand.
Jay Bosch, you.
Yeah, remember he get to like a touch up.
No.
And then the fighting does that.
No, never fight.
Yeah, never fight.
You say I fight. No, never fight. Can you remember? You caught me
in the back room.
In the back room, no. Yeah, so that guitar.
We have different memories of different things, but I'll call it the elephant brain one. When
you don't forget nothing.
No, yeah, that was
he wasn't even wrong, because he up and donkey and all kind of something.
The same donkey that
me too.
No, we sell most of them to Guadeloupe.
Yeah, so that's where we started, and that one guitar taught everybody about Uncle, how the bass coming.
Well, from the guitar, actually brought music into the family.
Right.
Basically, because the guitar brought the bass playing and the keyboard too. Because once music entered in the bloodline, it just.
Was this a musical family? Anybody before you all played music?
No.
Mommy and daddy?
No.
Not that you know of?
No.
Wow.
That's why. That's why I said that. That's why I said we were testing first to be who we are.
No, so everybody after learning is like we gathered experience from different bands around it, and it wasn't just a big leap into the Burning Flames. As Onion was playing with Rain, some cousins up in the village, Rain's combo.
Yeah.
Right.
And I never actually playing, if I remember right, keyboard.
Right.
At one point, I don't know if it went in the band as a keyboard. You went in as a keyboard player?
No, guitar player.
Okay.
But after the keyboard player had to go back to Trinidad, I think he got a keyboard player.
Okay, so how you learned to play the keyboard?
Well, I use the bass, the guitar, the dominant notes of a chord, and transfer them to the
That's how I learned to play the keyboard too.
to the keyboard.
Really?
Yeah,
guitar,
so I
yeah.
taught myself the keyboard like that.
Wow.
So
Can you read music or you play by ear?
not well, not so rusty. Me see, working with.
I really put the reading. I learned it by ear.
Yeah. No, right now by ear because like ear. But when I was working with Leston Paul with Arrow.
I comment to that.
Yeah,
Because somebody said to tell y'all that he with y'all since Arrow days. Y'all know Carl Burke?
Carl Burke.
Carl Burke. Carl Burke. Captain Carl Burke.
Captain Burke.
He said to tell y'all good night and heartiest congratulations. And if y'all remember the days back in our studio in Montserrat.
Captain Burke.
Yeah, Captain Burke has played Pac-Man until they catch a fire.
He told me the same thing. Yeah, I went through all the levels. All the mess. If you listen now, you're going to be rolling.
Yeah, boy, the machine and my ball, come over me.
So how did you learn to play the bass?
Tell the truth, remember?
Tell the truth, but tell the truth.
Tell truth.
Well,
you teaching.
No, listen to me. You remember me, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Can we just want to get it from you know, the Van and Greg Walters.
Right.
Yeah, and they had to go to college and stuff. And I used to do mechanic in the yard, and they had a show at, I call the place down the University Center.
Who had a show?
They had a Queen show and all them something down there. And yeah, I was supposed to play. But Van and Greg and them have to go away. And they already say, let he play. And me look back, me fix me like 170. Say, Bob, come up, back now. Mechanic me love. And she say, go play the bass, go play. Go come here and book. And like a book cut there too. Remember the blue book? I write those some notes for them and tell me if I learn.
You also have them book?
They didn't
a long time.
I remember the first song that we played, I hear the song up to now. I believe the children of hey, blue.
I saw the song today.
Why the song there? Ha! For busy. I don't know what to say.
When did you all realize you all were making it big? Or resonating? What was your first hit? You remember?
You know that question. And I think because we were never starstruck, right? That was one of the better qualities of the band.
Okay.
And to gel, you know, when people start feels like superstars, a lot of things go wrong. Left to Right, Style It Tight was our first recording. And
Left to Right.
we went to England, released that song.
Backward, forward.
And really, truly, that song was supposed to be an Arrow song. The idea was from this guy, Mervyn Brooks, from Byron Lee, lead singer. And I was in Trinidad with Arrow, because I would normally go there with him.
Right.
And he liked the thing the guy was doing in the fete.
Right.
And think we can do anything with that. And because it was not a song, it just a jam that to get the crowd.
Right.
And I said okay, and we did that. Came to Antigua, but it was actually recorded in a cassette portable studio.
4-track
cassette player. That's what.
4-track cassette player.
4-track cassette player. And I think with bouncing, we might have gotten 6 tracks out of it. Released the song, left it here, and went to England. So me coming through customs.
What year was this?
85.
85.
85.
Okay.
And coming through Antigua airport, we're passing through to go to Jamaica with Arrow, heating the place, because we ended up now doing some backing for Arrow, right? And everything is a story, right? But we're now back in Arrow, passed through, and we're thinking, well, everybody looking at us, pointing, and we thought it was the What did we have on there?
Just in
The English guard police. They had a hat, a big black hat, and then a point on the top. We bought some of those, so we came through customs and so on. Everybody pointing fingers because we coming through to go departure again. And then we realized they're pointing on us because they're saying, those are the guys. Because we left to right, Style It Tight on the radio. 2 weeks. When we passing through, it was number one. But we were not connected to Antigua when we left.
Right.
And working with Arrow is mostly on the monstration kind of side. When you passing through, we thought, I like our hat and so, not knowing we have the number one song in the country.
Of course, this was a time when the cell phones weren't around.
Right. So the world wasn't such a small place yet.
Right.
And when we found out, then we went to Jamaica, and that's where Go-Go was recorded. Same 4-track cassette recorder. We did Go-Go. Then we passed back through and released that, and then we did Do Anything. So we had 3 songs. Doing Jump Up, Move, People Move.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, those are the 3 first recording of the Burning Flames. Style It Tight, Go-Go, and Do Anything. And from that, people say, oh yes, I'm good man, but you know, and that only came because remember me on English album.
By Attil.
Right. We used to do rock and roll.
We used to be heavy. We wanted to be a rock band.
You see, I tell you the story.
What was the influence?
The story, they go back and
what was the influence?
Because
Why rock?
we used to listen to 80s music is the best era in music.
Oh,
MTV.
You have no argument from me. No argument from me at all. 80s music rocked.
Yeah.
So that was the influence of Burning Flames dressing up to today.
Yes.
From the rock stars back then.
So who's your favorite rock star?
Me?
Who's your favorite rock star, sir? Clarence.
Rockstar.
Mick Jagger.
You're Mick Jagger.
Yeah, Mick Jagger.
Sting.
Every breath you take.
Yeah, Sting. Yeah.
Well, we could
the AC/DC.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the heavy stuff.
Heavy, yeah. We're heavy metalists. We're heavy metalists.
You do have some heavy metal riffs in some of your music.
Of course.
Yeah.
So that was our influence. That's that in what we listened to came out in the music.
But that was the smashing of his equipment.
Yeah. And we used to listen to the
mash up everything.
Cadence.
Yeah, we used to play cadence before that.
That's true. Cadence.
That's the French.
That's the French.
You have to play a lot.
Yeah.
Sing a lot. So you're a Kassav.
I lived there for a while.
Oh, you lived there for a while? Oh,
that's a different story.
We could be having everything. There's so many
chapters. You could see the mischief in my eyes. What brought you to Guadeloupe? What sweet you in Guadeloupe?
What happened is I had this friend that
hear this now.
used to allow me this guy in Guadeloupe.
Okay.
Took me there to play with a band.
Okay.
I was on my way to Montserrat.
Right. Oh, you had to be in Guadeloupe.
Because I went to play the band because most bands, most dance group, maybe all the dance group in Guadeloupe have their own band. So I went to play with one of them.
Right.
Came back to change my passport to go France with them.
Right.
Ended up in Montserrat. Uncle say, look, that was how we ended up with Arrow. So instead of going back to Guadeloupe, I went to Montserrat. So Uncle say Arrow.
Remember? The what happened? I was working with Arrow. So I used to pick musicians to travel with Arrow from St. Vincent, Grenada, Hanman from Trinidad, a bassman from there. But I was playing bass, but different people, musicians.
Most people probably don't know that you play bass. Because we just see you on the keyboard all the time. You're the bass man, right?
Yeah, but the best bass riff ever in soca. Best. Hot.
Yes. I'm the original bass player that created that.
Wow. Getting
the
some
best
history here.
Timeless.
Up to this day.
Up to this day.
But what happened, the band split. Burning Flames, I think we're too young that we used to learn out a couple of things and
Endless Vibration.
And I remember going to play the ovals basketball court and a big band, and they push down our equipment off the stage, mash up the bass amp, and
we got that big because I play better than I am.
well, I'm bigger than them big man now, a little boy. So that happened, but onto the point that we were talking about the left to right and the stardom. We never saw ourselves. We just and everything was just fun for us. You know, it was just fun. It was laughter. Everything was a joke, which leads to how come them reach a Montserrat, because them on some cruise ship. Because as I said, the band went some Fabulous Antigans, I think the guy was playing with.
Okay.
I played with another band, and then I ended up in Montserrat. I played with Hammer International. That's how I ended up in Montserrat.
Okay.
So them caused some kind of mischief on the cruise ship, and they
I noticed why they caused some kind of
if I remember right, the crew on the cruise ship was Indonesians.
Okay.
Majority, and then they mock
them.
I mock the people of them because somebody couldn't say crew. I think the captain
look like they're pointing out the
Major D. Somebody couldn't say crew.
Security, what's security?
Yes. Couldn't say crew.
You and Trevor, the drummer, Junior. And the crew not supposed to be around this part.
Or they are restricted areas.
Yeah. And then after I call him a crew.
Them call the man crew because the man couldn't say crew. Everybody see the man crew.
Oh, so they're mocking.
They're mocking the man.
And the man step me for onion and say, me got the crew last night. Some say to me. You see. And he don't to me for bust it down and block up behind us.
You are not into a fight?
We have been to the chair, can you hold me up? And say, let's go to the captain. I say, we are the landman. So we just ask one iron chair, we just bang it on with them.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, but we never hear about the iron chair part. But we hear about the whole.
There was an altercation.
Yeah, but we hear about what happened. The whole crew now. I run them with knife and hoe and fork and.
Where they get them? Well, I can understand now.
The chef.
Chef and clean.
Yeah, so for their safety,
yes,
they were put off in Miami. So they became available now as musicians because things. So it happened instead of now hiring musicians from on the Caribbean to make this perfect band for our. Why not hire my brothers? Yeah. So I ended up hiring, but there was one problem.
What was that?
He was the bass player otherwise, and I was the bass player with the Arrow.
I see what you're saying.
So it's either sacrifice he or sacrifice myself. And that's when the band really got back together. In fact, everybody, we ended up now doing opening acts, open the show for hours with rock and roll and so. Yeah. So
right. Don't have videos of these things.
Some of it.
Okay.
But back then nobody studied
them kind
to document it for future.
But y'all need to perhaps give somebody that task to do. No,
no, they can't go back. If you can go back in the future, we'll do it different.
No. In terms of the videos, you.
I'll take them back to
create something. Dig them up somewhere.
Somebody else have something.
Yeah. But right there where the band came back from all the scatterbout and gel and started doing opening for Arrow, and that was it. The rest was history. But wait, this time on record already. Hey, this one so mixed up, right?
No, record yet. No.
Has anybody chronicled all of this for you guys? It's important that this be recorded for history, no?
It is very important.
You got to hold up on it.
I think I saw something on Facebook. My friend Petra William, you know Petra William? I think she's doing something on y'all. So I don't know to what extent she has some of this documented.
Yeah, well,
but I would think, y'all need to.
We have the information, we still
putting it together.
Everybody's mind still good, somewhat to.
Yeah. That would be important.
To give
I'd encourage you all to do that for posterity. There was a song There was a song that I mean, I love Sweet Little Island Girl. I was trying to get the tech to play it, but I don't know if you heard me. Yeah, Sweet Little Island Girl. Maybe at the end we'll play it. We'll play it at the end. But there was this song. Oh, ay, 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 ay. You know that one? What's the name of that? What's the title of that one?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's it. Okay. That was one of your sweetest tunes. I remember the first time I heard that. I was in a church nearby. This is supposed to be a joke, right? This is my attempt at a joke. So I'm in the church, and back then, Burning Flames music is of the devil. I'm listening to this thing, and I'm like, boy, that song sounds sweet. I don't think I had the kind of language I have now, so I would not have said that music sounds sweet, blankety blank. But in my mind, that music sounded good. And I'm like, well, the devil really know how to. And I had to keep my excitement over the sound of the tune. I wasn't allowed to go to Jam Pan. I've never been to Jam Pan, really. You know that sheltered kind of life? So you only know. I think my mother's sleeping. That's for sure. So I think my friend actually dragged me. He now lives in Canada, one of my childhood best friend. He actually dragged me to Lions one night and said, stop, you need to stop it. And let's go. And it had a fantastic time. It was wet, mucky, crowded, and people were behaving a kind of way. But it was an experience that I'll never forget. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, that was one of the experiences that I remember vividly, because I just couldn't understand how the devil music could sound so sweet. And here the people in them church supposed to be singing, Jesus music and listening to the word, and they're all up there playing your devil music. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that one. Hopefully I don't get into I don't care if I get into trouble. That's sweet, right? Anyway, let's get back to it, because Governor Slim is out there waiting, and I don't want to encroach too much into his.
We could go on and on with so many stories.
Yeah, I actually invited him in here now, but he wasn't taking me on.
Yeah,
one thing I observed in our carnival celebrations this year is almost quite a few of the artists out of Trinidad, perhaps the most preeminent of them being Machel Montano. He gave credit to you guys and said that if there was no Burning Flames, there would be no Machel Montano.
And the Farm and Happy.
And Farm and Happy. Yeah. And a number of others. They gave credit to you guys. You guys had great influence on. So who really has the better influence on soca music? Would it be Flames, or would it be, because they gave you guys the praise. They said if it wasn't for you were the trailblazers, right?
Yes, if we influence them, it can be that they don't.
Correct.
We influence them heavily.
So people would ask the question, how is it that these guys always seem to make it bigger in terms of, Machel Montano? He is who he is. Is it simply because of the market size and the population size of Trinidad?
Exactly. You hit it right on the head.
1.20 million. Anyway, the thing is, back then, Trinidad tempo was slow, and they used to hold on side by side, chipping down the road.
Right.
And I don't know if Uncle remember this, that when we came out, 86, we do Miss Met Me, and they took it to Trinidad. Cliff House took it to the band, and the band said, "Well, that thing is too fast, man." That was 142 was
140.
140. And I don't want to call the name of the band, and who was the lead singer of the band at the time. But they say it was too fast.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Now, their groovy is the same fast. Because the song you hear now that they come out with, the groovy song can used to play slow. It's 140. So now they're 160 plus.
This is beats per minute? How you go? Beat
tempo.
That's the tempo.
The 140 was too fast, but now they're 160 plus.
Imagine that, huh? So you go.
Mm.
So you go. They
Because
make the rules.
Yeah, because they start to listen now, and the music start to penetrate.
That's right.
You know, and the tempo, so they
just turn you up.
They just turn up. Yeah.
What would you say is about the success you've achieved and the fame that you've achieved? What are some of the benefits? What are some of the pitfalls? And each of you would have different perspectives, I imagine. I'll start with you.
What was the question?
the things you love about being famous and popular and being a part of the biggest jam band in the world, and the things you don't like. Let me just,
Okay.
Simple.
What I don't like, you have too much of family. Okay, everybody say, brother, call me a drink. Yeah, family.
Too many hands stretched out to you.
Yeah. Everybody want to jam. You know? I don't think as myself as being famous or popular, just well known is good enough.
It's good enough.
Yeah, and it's like Uncle said, it's just fun. I like to travel, like to see different places, but I'm here playing, I'm afraid playing.
You're afraid playing.
What?
So the journey is the problem. The destination is cool, but the journey is the problem.
Yeah, the transportation.
Okay.
If you go to Columbus, maybe you paint the 9 hours Santa Maria.
And most people hate flying. Most people don't like flying. So anyway.
I'm the exception. I love to be on a plane. But yeah, you
doesn't bother me.
It don't bother you. You're probably so accustomed to it, right? You probably fall asleep. You're probably one of those who fall asleep.
I don't feel the takeoff and the landing wake me up.
He just sleep before he
sleep before he get on the boarding pass. You don't sleep now.
You know, that speaks of a level of comfort. Once you fly often, you just get accustomed to
the
it.
flight is so sharp.
And
when you
sometimes
you sleep,
depending on where you're going.
When you sleep, or if I go to England, it's a half.
By the time you wake up,
it's half.
So you miss all the food.
Sometimes
you miss the food.
Sometimes miss the food, just sleep.
So anything else? You finished with your list, Sir David?
Yes, I am finished. It's just simple mathematics.
What
Another day.
Fame is nothing for me.
Fame is nothing.
Yes.
You just move cool.
Just thank God for the gift that He gave us.
Right.
And just like to see people happy. Just love to see people happy. And that's why we come up with happy music. Once people dance, it brings joy to me personally. When people turn up, it makes it work harder.
You're trying to get them in a mood, right? So Clark.
What's the question?
What do you love about the fame and the success that this has brought you, and what you don't love about it?
Well, the fame and success, as listening to the guys, just another day on the job for me. It's you're well known. I don't feel famous.
You don't feel that way?
I don't feel that way, but
even though you are,
even though I might be, but I think it's a plus when you don't feel it like that. You don't behave, because I see artists and they behave a kind of way because they have a song hitting here or there. I mean, we've had countless hits, timeless hits as well, and you will never see us behave the kind of way, even in traveling, in terms of your demands for 5-star hotels and limousine, and we say it's just cool, if something comfortable on TV, that's often and we're good. And what I realize is, I wouldn't say it's a negative from a negative side of it. For me, is I woke up one day and my kids were grown.
Tell me about it.
Yes, I travel so much of this, the limelight, and you just get the money and realize, wait.
It's a flash, right?
Thinking they're gonna adults. So there is some skipping there of you know, of in your kids, in this case, lives. Although you're in there, you just realize could have been a little.
No, speaking of children, I'm not going to ask you too much of the business, but
a few. If you don't answer one already.
Yeah. Well, no, that was a private conversation. By a certain bakery. But we were sitting down over a few beers. But each of you have, let's put it this way, your mark has been well made on the earth, right?
I have 12 kids.
You have 12 children. Okay. How many children?
Yeah.
How much pick do you have?
10 boys and 9 girls.
10 boys and 9 girls. Wow.
Legally.
What that mean legally? Anyway, no answer. Yeah.
Someone's in the jail, legal.
And
for me, a few.
Yeah, a few.
Ah, yeah.
A few.
Yeah.
Was that a challenge? Trying to deal with, because when you're famous and you're a musician,
yeah, boy.
The ladies tend to pay more attention to you, right? Was that a struggle? I noticed none of y'all say that.
Struggle? How could that be a struggle?
If I had drama, plenty.
No, that's not what I want to say. How you dealt with that? That aspect of fame?
To be honest, I don't even know. We just...
To work, you're working. Work, me work.
Work, your work. So that was a part of the work. Yeah. Somebody is trying to read. I don't know, they probably don't realize I'm still on here. So coming to the 40th anniversary celebrations, are we going to, you're going to continue to work as a band, continue to play, and continue to bring joy to your fans?
Yeah, but I don't see no place that suggesting this is the end. It's more like it's a reset.
And now the music is start. But here's the
yeah, it's a new beginning.
Before coming here, right? You hustle because chop Uncle Tanto again. Even for Uncle. Probably 2 hours chocolate chocolate.
I tell you, we must teach you to go to that like a pig, like in the mud.
But anyway, I have to go put in gas or whatever.
Right.
So when we left hustle for come out the house, the madam say, I saw you go in the shop there.
Not the shop?
No, no, the shirt. What happened is
Oh, they thought you should have.
I changed the shirt to go putting gas and so on. Like a shot, the shot in the can.
What was the shot?
No, good, nice hot shot. When we come here,
so it's a women t-shirt.
So hot boy, a young boy shirt is supposed to be in there.
Yeah, that's a nice design shirt. Mark a big tummy front, nice shirt. Just shot for interview.
Right.
When you look over the mirror on our TV, you say, oh, they shot him out one photo.
Y'all have merch, by the way, speaking about that. Y'all have merch, Burning Flames merchandise? Like, if people want to... Burning Flames shirt.
Well, you want so far? Yeah, match.
Me want if it's a match.
No moving for...
Me just say, yeah, on the smoke. When it's I say match. Merch.
Merchandise.
So that.
I learned that from... Well,
merch, yes. That's a language.
I got a call the other day. Some friend of mine went to a show in Brooklyn.
Right.
Big show. So the band, the worst band she ever heard in her life. But the merchandise they have sell out. The cups, the rags, and every little thing sell out. So moving forward, we then discuss with the manager. Let me do that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I need to do
like a cup, like a puff, you know.
That's right.
So the band sound think.
But the merch.
But the merch.
It's all in the marketing.
Yep.
It's all in the marketing. Create a product that people want.
Yeah, t-shirt and everything, and they say head tie, everything sold out. You say.
Yeah, you saw that heavily in the past.
Right.
But it takes extra
ticket.
It's an extra ticket, accommodation and everything.
So something special happened today. It's today. I got the
yesterday.
Oh, it's yesterday. Okay. So tell us.
Wait,
what happened?
Family.
No,
so they say cockles walk out pat. We don't know that's on our site on Facebook, but we know that's you.
So where is it for the red passport? Let me see. What? What? Can I touch him?
But if a mass man take with that tonight, the ball murder.
Oh boy. Caribbean community.
I will change the picture.
Diplomatic passport. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. And look, it's like, well, you see the passport so powerful, it's stick.
So they get a good view.
You get a good view.
So that they get a good view, yeah.
Wow. All right. The red passport. Here you go, sir. Let me give that back to you. Let the record reflect. Well, I don't look like you and you don't look like me.
Let the record show.
Let the record show. So each of you got a diplomatic passport.
Yes, we did.
And each of you are going to be
knighted in November.
In November.
Yeah.
How this knighthood is different because you.
It's different.
It's different.
No, I'm going to be Sir Uncle.
No, the night that he got
was day.
Was a cloudy night. So you get a clear night now.
What are you fire?
Blue sky night.
Yeah, so that happened, and I mean, we're most appreciative to what's going on because that Bernie Flames Highway as well.
Right.
Years ago, that was supposed to happen, and that never happened. I
can just say a little something.
Uh-huh.
This is just my little wish. I was happy that the recognition has come because you all work hard for it. But that highway there, I'm hoping that it will be
fixed.
Yeah, we can fix it.
We can fix it. Everybody tell me so.
So I see them APA laying some of the new
pipes
and so on. So I imagine they gotta get that out of the way.
Right.
But I'm looking forward to that being
Anyway,
fixed.
we don't have boys enough to build a toll booth.
So you have to pay a toll from where? From the factory roadside?
Roadside.
By the way, this highway is going to be
end to end.
From end to end.
Yeah.
So from factory road to All Saints Road.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So the toll booth don't be where? Which end? The factory road end?
Both ends. You have to make money.
And I just saw something.
Let me hear
you. have to make money from both ways.
You have to make
I just saw something just now. They're gonna lay him. This
Oh, the Monarch Road?
After Monarch, after King Charles.
Anchorage Road.
Anchorage Road.
Okay.
That's right. In the site
I think it is high time that we
continue
to. I take everything I make jokes.
Exactly.
But you have to, right? Your life is short.
Then I got the Ban House Road now. Because I just moved there. The Ban House Road.
The Ban House Road.
The Ban House Road.
The Calcutta Road. Commerce Drive.
I was moving there.
So, from here to the Pinkies.
So anyway, gentlemen, we're going to have to wrap it. It's almost 10:30. I just want to say on behalf of all of us here at WTP.
What is the station name? WCK?
WTP. We the people.
Well, pertaining to the passports, it seems like the whole nation is so happy.
Yes.
And
nation is happy.
Yeah, nation is
very, very happy.
Even though everybody happy, they have one or two little haters in between, but the majority
rules.
Very heavy.
Let me say, in this life, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how religious you all are, but I think most of us will believe that they were Jesus Christ, and He was God who became man. If you subscribe to the Christian story, He became man to die for our sins. So essentially, God became man. He was perfect, right? At least that's what we were taught. And what did they do to Him?
Crucify,
There you go.
So if they could crucify Jesus, who am I? Who are you? Who is everybody? So saying all of that to say,
I know.
The haters. Old Bird had a saying, right? Papa Bird. They tell me he got it from Eric Williams. They were more or less in the same. They were contemporaries. The dogs will bark.
The wagon.
The jackasses will bray. But the wagon rolls out. So, gentlemen, you guys have achieved. You're getting your due recognition now from the nation of Antigua and Barbuda. The government is essentially acting in a way that I think reflects the sentiments of the vast majority of people who appreciate what you've brought to this country. right? Sweet Little Island, oh, every time I hear that song, Sweet Little Island Girl, set my soul on fire. Never mind the fact that anything you want me to do, and then you say you want me to, I know none of us going to want to do that as men, because that will be the end of us, right? But the point is, you brought a lot of joy to the lives of countless millions, I think it's safe to say. And so, really grateful that I've had this opportunity to have a chat with you on this very new program that we're trying a new thing. I've never done nighttime radio. It used to be morning radio.
Okay.
But and I had a little chat, and so I'm working along with him. It's been very accommodating, and it's been the team here is really great. Kerio and Eric and Ryan and Dave and the whole team here at WTP have been great in facilitating this transition. And you see Governor Slim moving in the space. He's trying to say to me, time to shut the blankety blank up and get it moving. But congratulations.
Thank you very much.
On all the praise and all the accolades that you're getting. It's well deserved, and thank you so much for your contribution to Antigua and Barbuda's cultural landscape.
And let they keep barking and braying.
That's correct. That's correct. So have a wonderful night, safe drive. I wanna get hopefully I get a group shot with them, right? So I can go home and show my kids, my children. And listen, have a wonderful night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Antigua and Barbuda tonight signing out. We'll see each other on Sunday for the Sunday Forum here at WTP 93.5 FM. Have a good night, everybody, and a great weekend.